Hey everybody. Looks like we're back. December 26th, 9:44 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is the god of prosecution. Right? A god. Not a single case? Oh. Why'd my internet go out? So stupid. My internet's dead. It's dropping all the frames. What was that? Nightbot just stopped something. I don't know what it did. Alright, sorry to whoever that was. I don't know why Nightbot just deleted your link. I'm still trying to get the settings worked out. You'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh. So, he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Guess that's something like Mia. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya? We could really use Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here not completely prepared?
Right.
My apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this?
I call the defense in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now.
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat.
Oh wow, I'm still dropping 23% frames? What the heck?
Now there happened to be a woman camping there at the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop.
Overhead map added to court record. Testify to the court about the arrest now.
Wait, Mr. Von Karma?
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Wrong. There was only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, we didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination now. Attorney, now.
A man called into station around 30 minutes after midnight.
You received a call from a man.
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard 2 good gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Ugh. Their testimonies are quite similar, however. Today I summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, Lotta Hart? What happened next, detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's when we found Mr. Edgeworth.
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have we been on force? Facts only, detective. Cold, hard, objective facts.
Yes, sir!
Man, he's got his share of objections. Bruh. I've been dropping frames. Why, though? Why? Oh my gosh, why? Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He shot through the heart fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bones, so its shape is well preserved.
Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence.
Pistol will add to the court record.
So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Nick, doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague? Bet Von Karma is feeding him lines. The system is probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press. What do we do? Grit your teeth and press on, I guess. What can we do? Well said, Nick. You're the man. Let's see. Let's check my evidence. Alright. The bullet. The lake. I have some ideas. Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, this is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
Nick? Whose boat? Who found the body? Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one. Okay, I have some ideas. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There are fingerprints on the pistol found in the vote. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
What?
Order, order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, they're on there.
Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence.
Pistol added to court record. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found on the body. Detective.
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick, what does he mean ballistic markings? Shocking to imagine someone here does not know anything as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. Barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to find which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed, this leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. The pistol, which as you may recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order, order.
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well, I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes.
Judge.
Yes? What are you doing a 10-minute recess?
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gravel and get on with it, man.
Yes. Court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? December 26, 10:09 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good.
Ugh.
I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
Yeah, you're useless. No, okay.
No, I need you here. No, of course not. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their days off. Or off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really?
Whoa, right.
Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry, oops.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes, Mrs. Lottahart, take the stand. Lottahart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
Witness testimony. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after afternoon, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. There was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing I could... On the lake, there wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is evidence, accepted as evidence.
Well, this is just a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order, I will remove people from the courtroom if I do not have him order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the gunshot. There were no other boats on the lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was defendant Miles Edgeworth.
Order, order, I will have order.
Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive.
I have very little doubt about this case.
Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination?
We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo was worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose, or do you claim to have found a contradiction in your testimony? Very well, there you have. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court? You know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there's a contradiction in the facts with the testimony? Yeah, of course there's always. Yeah, I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. I saw two gents in a boat. You couldn't see that. It was blurry as heck. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture, clearly enough for you? Oh no. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Oh, yeah, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. Dang it. Why does my internet keep dying? He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. And there was another bang. Another bang. There was only one. Where were you watching the very moment his shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There's nary a thing on the lake but that boat. There aren't any contradictions there. Sorry, Nick, Paul, my sister was here. Maya's really taking this hard. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Alright, so she keeps saying another bang. She's trying to say that there were two shots, but he died in one shot. What? Oh, come on, how was that not it? Really? I'm getting different numbers here. 1 shot to the heart, 2 shots were heard, 3 shots were fired from the gun recently. Now that's sus. Why were you camping there anyways? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. Research? This one sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with his case? Answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait, now I'm the one who says that.
Well, then say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? No? I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Ugh. Come on. This is stupid. Really? So using the photo, it's really weird. Oops. Oh crap, that was a mistake. Whatever, I'll just fix it. Okay, let me think. Man, I really don't know what this could be. So the gun was fired 3 times, yet she heard 2 shots. And I haven't found a way to question that part. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a confidential bite. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? You know, it sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Hmm. Alright, well, that's not... Man. Man, yeah, I don't have anything on them. So this is where she says, like... So she was looking for the monster, right? Oh, no, that was the wrong one. Crap. Really? So she wasn't looking for that then. Or maybe she was, but that's not the space to put it. Man, I just got nothing. So, there were 2 bangs, meaning the camera should have taken 2 photos. She only had 1 photo. So that's not it either. So there's three shots. The gun was shot 3 times, but she only heard 2. Yet I'm not able to question that, and the only thing I can do is just the 1 gunshot. It's so weird. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know what to do. Straight up. Huh. So, I don't know, maybe I'm not clicking the right one. Maybe the camera or the bullet isn't the right evidence for the double shot paradox. Because if there's so many shots, if there's 2 shots, if there was 1 killing shot, 2 shots were heard, and 3 shots were fired, it's not letting me use any of these things to contradict that. So let's try the gun itself, maybe? Nope, that's... Yep, that's not it. Yeah, I've got nothing. I have no idea what this is. Every theory hasn't done anything when I'm trying it. Everything that I think could work hasn't so far. Oh, fudge. So, the camera would have taken another photo. Why can't I use the camera as evidence and say, hey, there's another photo we're not looking at? So dumb. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have absolutely no idea what to do. Yeah, I don't got anything. Alright, well. Alright. Alright, so... Alright, looks like this... looks like this is where we were... Alright. Seems you are unable to find a contradiction in testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, you keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I'll have to penalize you any further. I'll have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood. Nick? That testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But I can't say anything. What can I do now?
I believe we've covered evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me. Maya.
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the gun?
You will stand down. The courtroom does not acknowledge that a defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treat me like some kind of criminal. I saw him. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in the contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. This is contempt of... He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference?
All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If I'm going to arrest someone, if you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. By fate, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Oof. She got yeeted. Alright. Pah. Cue not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm not running out of time. Oh, I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction there, or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Alright. I saw it clear as day, man. Mr. Edgeworth. That's it. I don't know if I can find anything in that, but I can't squander my efforts either. Oh, wait, that's it? Hold it! Wait, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blindly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can.
Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty.
Damn, that's it? I don't know if I can find anything. What the frick? Oh my word. Wow, okay. I saw it clear as day, the man on the boat was Edgeworth. Yeah, well, you're literally lying. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken by a professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course, I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. Alright, cool. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars, so ain't no problem.
You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types will never find the gale where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerning him with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained.
Scott, he's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Alright, binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you mentioned that you were looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. What do you need, a telescope and binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You couldn't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright.
Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes. This is a make or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard. Fine.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I'll hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise, I looked out with my binoculars. I don't care how many objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Oh, that's the same one. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well, what exactly was she photographing?
For evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. Miss Hart, this is what you're trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Oh no. I don't have proof, do I? Oh, fuck. Did he want to taunt me so I'd get mad and make a mistake?
Very well, let's see it, and no joking around this time, please. Now, what is the proof that your witness was trying to photograph Gordy the monster?
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? That's photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Well, Miss Wright? You were camping there trying to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of her time to prove is nothing more than what the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hi! But as succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. True, you were hiding a whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing now. Something will change, it has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Actually, I'm not a university student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all it was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There was nothing much to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat, and next time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste any more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Kamp's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because, why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You might have something in mind.
Huh, that would be a first. Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Ugh, boy. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high following to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep, and you get your photo and sell it to the press. Isn't that kind of business? Well, I was taking pictures at my son's sister's graduation last year. Now, guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had some sort of revelation. I could become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop I'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Gordy? Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they had him up on TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news, a rumor of the monster segment qualifies. This month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hills, I believe. Hey, they had a picture of him in a newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. Well, that's all I was hiding. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, I ordered it from my university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets up a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out that I was up to, the lake could be swimming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shitterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding truth? Well, yeah, actually. Mr. Wright, whether you say... Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. What sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if you heard a bang, and she thought Gordy was out there, kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What did I do now? What are you giving me a look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies, Pops, I'm getting that. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Well, so you're thinking maybe they were shot from some other place? I don't know, no? Lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore, neither. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be beat by Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Actually, I'm not a university student at a university. Whoop. Oh, same one.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's not it. Oh, I still can't bring it up? Why? Alright, so there's 2 gunshots that are there. Oops, crap. Oh wow, so I can't bring up the camera on either of those? Dang. So where was she? She was here. Meaning there's a spot she could not have necessarily seen anybody on the lake. Man. So, let me think about this. I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. Yeah, I still can't bring up the gun. Which makes no sense. If there was a second noise, there'd be a second photo. Man. This is so dumb. That's the one. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat? What? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. That was the only thing out there, and a normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Why are you trying to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you really do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order, continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that were you watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well, well, now y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just, I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I wish I was watching the boat till now. This is really uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right? That's why I took a photo and... Witness, that's enough. You have a long day, shut your pipe hole. Shoot my what? What was she gonna say? Took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said I'll drop the quality a lot, but I should let us see who's who.
She enlarged the photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, then it'll be in prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Anyway. Yeah, I did. Why has the enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You're the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You're a fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the court. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. We still cannot see who was firing in this. Or, we cannot see who is firing in this. Could be defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And a little good it does to any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose this means like cross-examination
is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon, now that was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could there possibly be required?
Nothing, of course, then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this? There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Your Honor, there was something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What was strange in this photo?
Oh, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. The gun! Deadass, that's a different gun. Here, Your Honor.
Where, Mr. Wright, I understand you're in a tight spot. However, you have nothing to gain by making baseless claims of faulty...
Huh? What? That's a different gun. It's not even the same gun. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Hold on, that's not the same gun, is it? Come on, let me see the court record. Bruh. Left-handed. It's left-handed too, right? Here, Your Honor. Not sure. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand.
The hand. The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that contradicts that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder's weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it is not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people in the lake that night. But who but the defendant could have shot the victim? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order, order.
So you're saying it was a suicide? Yes, Your Honor, I think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide's out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet? There's no way it could have been suicide.
Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report. Updated. Nah, the updated autopsy report, my weakness.
I see.
Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation the shooter had to be in, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, prints on the gun reveal the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day.
The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
December 26th, 1:15 p.m. District Court Defendant, Lobby Number 2. Ooh, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to clear it innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh, right.
What?
Tell her something from me.
What?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you feel? With a thanks, Edgeworth? I requestioned a testimony, or a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial. course, she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood out was the bang she heard. Loudest disposition added to the court record. To be continued. Save? Yes, I would love to save. Cool. Alright. Well, I am going to be done for now. I like this game. Ugh, man, that was a long trial. I've been on for about an hour and a half, so that was one part chapter, or like a one sub-chapter, so I don't really plan on going for another hour and a half, so I'm just gonna call it right now and do it probably either tomorrow or Friday. So, thanks for anybody who's here. See ya later, thanks. Bye.